The most OP and broken tank in the game will be earnable as part of Monster Hunter Op. With the recent consumable skills and equipment changes, most of the tanks were nerfed. Essentially, they lost between 18-19% of gun handling and similar amount of DPM as well. But that was not the case for Nightstalker because it has zero accuracy penalty. Basically, you don't need it to run any of the skills to begin with. And even with those skills gone, it stays unimpacted, as I never run those skills, as these are rockets and they have zero dispersion. They don't behave like shells. And then it's an autoloader tank, so even the DPM buff didn't really impact this tank because all it does is 2 more seconds of reload. Of course, it can't put on a rammer to begin with, and that rammer nerf does not impact this tank. And as I said, it's an autoloader, so its interclip stays unchanged. This gun handling stays unchanged, and because everyone else has worse DPM and gun handling, which means its armor, which was strong to begin with, is even more overpowered now. And why do I say this tank is OP? And to be honest, we all like OP tank in our garage. You are about to see that now. This is the only tank that can easily win a 1v2 because of the crazy DPM of 4000 plus base, 1900 HP. It is a TD, and you can brawl like a heavy, and even better now. And you'll just see here, that's one block. Not to worry, you just have to be close enough where they can't get in cover because rockets are slow, and that's the only thing you have to keep in mind. Just don't snipe with the tank. You can brawl, and when you're top tier, oh, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, and as I said, the tank was one of the most overpowered tank even before the crew changes, but now it's even better because everything else got nerfed, and it got a passive buff in terms of its armor. Gun handling was never an issue, and as I said, the DPM with 6 shell autoloader, that bigger clip, doesn't matter how long you take. I mean, essentially it only takes 2 more seconds, but even if it had more, it's not really an issue because the playstyle doesn't mean continuous fire. So far 1600 damage, and just blocking shots casually, 2200 damage done, 2200 blocked, not a problem. Another bounce, what can you really do? And that's a tier 9, by the way. I was fighting 2 same tier tanks. Imagine if those were tier 8 or tier 7s, what would I have done to them? Not bounce any, I could just sit in front of them and just delete them. The M6Y finally got a pen. He was shooting heat to begin with, but was not able to pen me. He bounced again, and what do we have? There's the J or Pantera, and that's what I was talking about. What if there was a tier 8? What would happen to him? So that's what happened. Now T32 is pushing forward. I do get exposed here, blocks the shot from M6Y. I should have fixed the repair track a little bit quicker though. So now, again, now it's a T32, but by the time he got there, he is 1 shot already. So not a problem, not a problem. The only tank that can just delete enemies within matter of seconds. 1 clip can delete majority of the tier 9s, let alone 8 and 7s, and as I said, you can earn this tag. So I think the way Monster Hunter will work is you can either get 2 of the 2023 or older tanks, or 1 of the 2024 tanks, which is you can either get a Nightstalker or a Monster Jäger, or 2 older ones. And to be honest, if I were you, I already have the tank, I'm gonna go with Monster Jäger, but if I were you, just get the Nightstalker. Why would you not? And to be honest, with the giveaway, I don't know if they will even nerf the tank. Why let others have all the overpowered tanks, right? I mean, to be honest, I'm against this tank, but now if they've decided to give it for free, why miss a chance? The worst thing would be you don't have the tank in your garage, but everyone in the lobby does. So 5000 damage, 4600 so far. There is an Iron Rain over on the right side. He fired, blocked, and there's your missiles. He wasn't moving. He did end up penning the second shot, but I didn't care. I was pretty sure he's not going to pen me reliably. I was moving forward while I was deleting him. To be honest, I didn't even expect that he would pen me even once. Pushing forward now, same amount of damage, same block. I could even do assist damage. And you can do the same thing against tier 10 as well. Just make sure you're fighting corners. Don't go in the middle because you won't be able to snipe, right? You have to fight in corridors, so you're engaging 1 tank at a time, and you will never lose. You will never lose. As long as you're engaging 1 tank at a time, you will never lose. And that's what you need to do. And the damage will come to you by itself. You don't have to try. You just have to drive forward and just do damage. You know, there are some tanks where you have to aggressively play, and like a T249 where you have to find the opportunities. With this tank, you don't really have to find an opportunity. Just find a corridor or a corner, just brawl there, and you will be fine. T30 full health over on the left side. I force a reload. Shouldn't have, by the way. And then there's 1 more tank remaining. So do let me know in comments, what do you think about this tank coming back and the opportunity to earn it for free? The matchmaking will 100% will be terrible and not playable because the tier 9, so essentially tier 10, tier 9, tier 8 match is gonna be rough. And I am not a fan of this tag being become earnable, well, but it is what it is. They did a lot of positive throughout the year, but this is not I'm a fan of. Let's see, but yeah, do let me know in the comments what you think about the tank and the fact that they are making it earnable and everyone can get it for free. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.